The portrait of a young individual. The semester finally ended, but the exhaustion didn't. I passed my midterms, submitted the internship report, and even got compliment from my lecturer about how detailed my observation at the library was. But instead of feeling relieved, I felt empty, like I had poured so much of myself into surviving. There was nothing left to celebrate with. One night I was alone in my course, scrolling through old photos. There is was a blurry shot of Aldy holding up library barcode scanner like it was a laser gun, grinding like a kid. I remember the day we took that picture. We had spent the entire afternoon relabeling archival files, joking around like two comedians on a dual stage. At the moment, the memory hit me differently. It wasn't just about the joke, it was about how we made the mundane feel magical. A few minutes later, I text him, "Bro, thank you for making that internship the best part of my semester." Gila, kamu kenapa tiba-tiba jadi sentimental? Habis scroll-scroll foto aja, kangen aja vibes-nya. Aku juga, hidup sekarang kerasa lebih sepi tanpa drama kita. Haha, anjay. We both laughed virtually, but I felt better. That night, I realized that even though we were walking our own path, we still carried each other. Our internship wasn't about constant presence, it was about consistent meaning. In late June, we prepared for the new semester. Aldi invited me to a small meet-up he organized in Bojonegoro. He had gathered a few friends who were passionate about touch and cultural preservation. He called it a code and coffee session. I joined via Zoom because I couldn't make the trip. But watching him lead that discussion talking about archive this digitalization digitalization, data integrity, and even community-based cultural platform, it felt surreal. The guy who once made jokes about the might nest in the archive room was now confidently speaking about innovation and memory preservation. I was proud beyond words. I text him afterward. "Kamu keren banget bro. Biasa aja lah. Enggak, kamu harus tahu, kamu ngubah cara ku lihat banyak hal. Kamu juga kalau bukan gara-gara kita ketemu di perpustakaan itu, aku mungkin nggak akan jadi kayak gini." In that moment, I realized we had done more than survive an internship. We had become mirrors for each other's growth, witnesses to the messy, beautiful process of becoming adults. One afternoon in July, I returned to the archive office at Manure for a follow-up visit my supervisor as if I wanted to present my final internship report to some new students starting their program. I said yes. I stood in the same room where Aldi and I had once spent hours processing dusty manuscript. I told the new interns about the value of patience, the weight of cultural, and the unexpected joy of friendship. I told them to pay attention not just to the files, but to each other's, because somewhere in the dusty stacks of government's letters or routine catalogs, they might meet someone who will change their lives. I ended my talk with a quote Aldi once casually said when we stayed late in Studio Pegon. "Kadang hidup itu bukan soal cepat-cepat selesai, tapi soal siapa yang nemenin kamu selama jalan. Sometimes life isn't about finishing fast, it's about who walks beside you." When the talk ended, a student approached me and asked, "Mas, Teman itu sekarang masih ada di samping Mas. I smiled and said, dia nggak selalu di samping, tapi dia nggak pernah benar-benar jauh. And that's the truth. Aldi is not a chapter in my college life. He is a lasting imprint. Our journey might not be dramatic or full of spectacular achievements, but in the quiet nights, the shared burdens, the laughter over nasi goreng, and the tears neither of us wanted to admit, we become the kind of friends you write stories about. This is the story, and maybe one day when he reads it, he'll smile and know how much he mattered not just as a college's but as a constant reminder that even in chaos you find someone who makes life feel less like a race and more like a ride worth taking. Thanks for riding with me, Aldi. I'll keep the seat beside me open. Thank you. It's the end of the story.